Oh boy, what a time to be alive if you are a Scream fan. There is so much to talk about every single day, I can't even keep up with it. Let's get into it.
What's your favorite scary movie? Name it.
We'll tear your soul apart.
Well, I'm Pennywise the dancing now.
We're gonna get you. Oh, blood on the beast!
God, don't do that.
But sometimes death is better.
Hey everybody, what's up? KillJoy Jake here, and instead of having friends, I have horror movies. Today we're talking a little bit about Scream 6, a whole bunch of different crazy stories, some stuff that Hayden Panettiere said, some stuff that Neve Campbell said, and maybe a possible new filming location for the film. That was a lot of film in that one sentence. But anyways, before we get into this, if you could like this video and subscribe, I would greatly appreciate that, especially if you're new here. You'll get more updates on horror movies that way. So starting off this video with news on the Queen Bee herself, Neve Campbell has recently denied all of these rumors coming out saying that she will still be in Scream 6. It's just all one big mystery or something that they're trying to keep secret and keep under wraps so it's a big surprise for Scream 6. She said, no, not gonna happen. But there's a lot more to this story than what meets the eye, of course. Could Neve Campbell have signed some kind of like non-disclosure agreement, an NDA, saying like she can't talk about this, so she's denying this? Let's go back to last year when we were marketing the new Spider-Man movie. Andrew Garfield multiple times rejected any rumor of him being in the film, and well, spoiler alert, yeah, I mean, come on, the movie's 6 months old now. I think I can spoil it. So could she still be back? I mean, it's certainly a possibility at this point. I'm kind of 50-50. I'm on the fence right now. There's a lot of rumors coming from various third-party sources all over the place saying that yes, she will be back for some kind of small role that will lead into a bigger role in Scream 7. I'm sure you've seen my video talking a little bit about viewer Anon, who has been right about a lot of stuff in the past. Their sources are telling them that yeah, she's back and she's gonna have some kind of small role that once again leads into Scream 7. You can watch that video up here. I go a little in depth on that theory. But I'm still 50-50 on this because Neve Campbell has a lot of projects going on right now. It would make sense if she had a small role in Scream 6. She could probably do that, knock that out in a day if it's just like a one scene cameo or something along those lines. Sure, that could be a possibility, but it's definitely a possibility that she's just not in the film at all. So I'm pretty 50-50 at the moment. I want her to come back. I think it would be awesome. It'd be kind of weird to have a Scream film without one of your most iconic characters from the movie. So I would love to see her come back and for her to get paid what she freaking deserves. I can't stress that enough. So hopefully Neve is back in Scream 6. You know which side I'm leaning towards. Hopefully, got my fingers crossed here. But speaking of characters who are confirmed to be in Scream 6, Kirby Reed, played by Hayden Panettiere. Hayden Panettiere, of course, said some very interesting things about the character, confirming that she called up the people behind this new Scream film saying, hey, can Kirby come back? And they were like, hell yeah, let's get this going. Let's get this Kirby show on the road. Now to comment on that real quick, it is interesting that she was the one that implemented herself into this new Scream film. Does she fit into the story? Is she just there because it's Kirby? Something I'm kind of worried about because that could really muddy up the writing and overall plot of a film, even though yes, it would be awesome to have her character back. Does she fit into this story? It's something I'm worried about because if they just implement a character like this and it's just like, I'm Kirby, what's up? Oh my god, it's just gonna be like, okay, yeah, cool, like awesome, Kirby's there, great. But if it doesn't make sense with the story, that's what I'm worried about. I love Kirby, I think she's an amazing character, and I hope that they found an organic way to implement her into the plot line of Scream 6 without having to change too many things. But I got my fingers crossed on that one too. That would really muddy up a movie if you just have a random character just show up and be like, hey, what's going on, you know? And yes, this is the 6th entry in a slasher franchise. So how many more tricks do they have up their sleeves of new things that they can throw at us? They gotta start doing things like this, right, Jake? That's what you might be saying to yourself. Well, I still think that there's fun and crazy inventive things that they can do without having to do something kind of cheap like this. I think if they can organically implement her character into the story, awesome, we'll have no problem, nothing there. But there's so many fun things you can do with this format that really isn't that crazy. And I don't think they need to do these really like flashy cash grab-esque kind of things like this by implementing a really cool actress or actor into their movie just to bring people into the theaters in seats so that they can watch this thing. I really don't think that's the case here though. I think they found an organic way to implement Kirby into the story. Hopefully it makes sense and it really serves the plot though. Also, when Hayden Panettiere was asked if she was going to survive past just the opening scene of the movie, she said that fans will not be disappointed, to paraphrase what she said, essentially. So I'm not saying that's confirmation that she makes it past the opening scene, but I'm also, yeah, I think you get where I'm going with that. Think she's gonna be playing a big role in this film and not just being an opening scene kill, because wow, that would suck. See, now making her the opening kill would be that thing I was just talking about. Flashy, cash grab-esque. don't do that. Please don't do that, Scream 6. And now getting into some more worrisome news with Scream 6. We got this picture here, which features some of the posters from the Stab movies, the in-movie, like, movie series that's, like, based on all the Woodsboro murders and all that yada yada. You guys know that already. Come on, we're seasoned veterans here. So we see that we're in some kind of, like, movie theater setting here as well. It's been confirmed that we'll be filming at this awesome-looking theater in Montreal with all these set pictures, but it does have me very worried about something. Are they just recreating the Scream 2 opening, which also takes place at a movie theater? Yes, this is a much cooler movie theater. Don't get me wrong. And if they also want to have a bunch of people in, you know, Stab Ghostface costumes with like the green and all that, and they're all celebrating and going nuts. Oh, okay. Like, it's kind of like, it's hard for me to complain because that's like my favorite aspect of Scream 2. That whole opening scene is just phenomenal. Wouldn't change a thing. But I just don't want them to modernize Scream 2 for Scream 6. If the whole selling point of this movie is it's like, hey, it's Scream 2, but it's in New York City this time around, I don't care. Like, I genuinely don't care. I don't even want to see the movie if that's the case. If that's how they market this thing, I've lost all interest. I don't want to see a modernized Scream 2. I don't want to see a couple go into a movie theater at the opening of this movie and they just get killed in the middle of a premiere of Stab 9 or something like that. I don't want to see that. I really don't. I don't think the majority of the fandom wants to see that either. It's just not inventive. It's not creative at all. Like, anyone could write that. Any single human being on planet Earth could write that opening scene because it's just exactly the Scream 2 opening. And this is Radio Silence's Scream 2, essentially. It might even still be called Scream 2. We don't even have an official title for Scream 6 yet. And my God, if they call it Scream 2 and the opening scene is the same thing from the original Scream 2, my head's just gonna explode. It's just, my head's gonna explode. It's gonna paint this back wall back here and it's gonna suck to clean up. And so help me God, some heads are gonna roll if Richie's mother is the killer in this film. That's all I'm gonna say. Man, it's bothering me so much already just thinking about this. Now, as you can see from this picture right here, though, it is not technically a movie theater. They could mock this up to make it look like a movie theater, though. That's entirely possible. Maybe we're getting some like musical version of Stab or something at this point. I don't know. I don't want to see that. I think we're done with the Stab movies at this point, unless they want to keep the motive from Scream 5 continuing into the killers for this next movie. It's killers who want to seek retribution for the deaths of Richie and Amber, something along those lines. Okay, like, depending on how they do it, cool, but just don't make it too similar to Scream 2, because it's still awfully close to Scream 2. It's still kind of a revenge motive, and like, we've seen that before like 3 times in the Scream universe already. So let's do something else. Let's make it not surrounding the Stab films for once. I mean, you can still reference them in the movie, that's entirely possible, but I really hope this whole film doesn't have to go along the lines of like either seeking retribution for the deaths of Richie and Amber or wanting to make another Stab film. As long as it's not either of those two things, cool. Holy shit, I'll be excited. And as long as the killer isn't like somebody's mother, awesome. Yeah, no, I'll be down for Scream 6. But man, I'm starting to get worried. These pictures, it's really starting to worry me, man. Really starting to worry me. What do you guys think about Scream 6 though? Are you pumped for this? Are you pumped for the New York setting? Are you pumped for this crazy little like stage theater thing? Whatever. Are you excited for that setting? Leave me something about it in the comments below. Thank you guys so much for watching this new Scream 6 update video. Don't forget to like this video and subscribe if you want to support this channel. And if you want to support this channel even further, support me on Patreon or become a channel member by clicking that join button on my page. Thank you guys so much for watching this video, and as always, don't forget to kill it out there, y'all.